welcome to Y Thrive Home. My name is Amy and I'll be your coach today as we work through a gliding workout for your lower body and your core. Now I'm going to be using gliders here in the studio, but if you're at home and looking for something other than the gliders to use, rags on a hard surface work really well, and if you're on carpet, hard plastic like a frisbee, that works really well if you're on more of a carpeted surface. So we're going to get started here right away. Let's start with some big shoulder rolls, rolling your shoulders forward, and then taking your arms and rolling them back. Just getting warmed up. All right, and start to bring your knees up to about the waist. And then let's take the opposite elbow across the knee. And that nice rotation through the upper body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And let's take those knees now and make some big knee circles. Coming up in the middle and opening up to the outside. Drawing into your core with each one. Standing nice and tall. And more on each side. 3, 2, 1, and then some toe taps to the outside. Getting the heart rate up a little. Starting to get some warmth and some blood flow. 8, 6, 4, 2, and let's go from hamstring curls. Heels up towards your glute. Hands moving back. Chest nice and tall. 7, 6, 4, and take both feet down. Moving into a squat, hips move back, adding in that reach. Squat down to reach up. A few more just like that. Keep the hips moving back with a nice long upper body. 8, 7, 6, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on top of your knees and roll it all the way up through your back. And let's get started. Bringing your slider, and we'll just start with one at a time. So grabbing one slider, taking it under one foot. Now with the slider, dropping your heel down, hanging off the edge. That's going to be a break if you ever need to stop on something that you're sliding on. So lightweight, just on the tip of the toe. And let's start a lunge moving behind us. So drag your foot back, bend through the front knee, and then press into that front leg as you drag that back up. So take a slow lunge back, and then drag the slider back up to tall. Lunge back, bring it back up nice and tall. Good job. Stay with it on this side. We're going to alternate lower body and a core exercise. We have 4 more here. Drag your leg up. 3 more. 2 more. Okay, let's go one more time. And then this time we're going to come all the way back, but just stay back. So come back into that lunge. Draw strong into your core. And now just bring the back knee forward and then back, but don't stand up. So that front leg stays bent. And you're just bringing the back leg forward and then extending back. Drawing strong into your core, really solid on that stable leg. 4, 3, almost there. 2, and 1. Nice work. Stand up nice and tall. Shake that leg out. Now we're going to take a set of core before we do the other leg. So know that if you're doing this plank, if you like a plank on something a little higher than the floor, you can use a piece of furniture, a chair, or a table to bring the ground up a little bit for the plank. I'll demonstrate what it looks like from the floor. Sliders come under your feet. Bring yourselves into a high plank, and then alternating one knee at a time coming forward. Remember, your alternative is to stand up and lean against something like a chair so that you're not quite so low. Knee in, knee in. So you're drawing your knee in about to your elbow each time. Option is both knees come in if you want to make that a little harder. Controlling that contraction in, fully extending out. You can always go back to one at a time if that was a better option for you. We've got 4 more. Last 4, full extension. 3, strong core. 2 more. And last one for this set. Extend all the way out. Good job, coming back down. Working back up into standing. We're going to repeat that one more time, exactly like that. But this time, switch the slider to the other foot. So stand tall for those lunges, and then start that back lunge. Take your foot back, bend into the front knee, drag the slider as you stand back up. Lunge back, drag the slider as you stand tall. Standing tall in between every one. Right here. Down, drag it up. Down. Good job. We have 4 more just like that. 4, stand tall. 3, press into your foot. Good job. 2, and give me 1 more, and then we're going to go into that hold. So now come back into that low lunge, and just the knee in the back moves forward, press back. Nice and stable on that other leg. Press back, in, back. Almost there. Give me 4 more, then we finish. 4, 3, control it, engage that leg. And 1. Good job. Coming back into a plank, choosing to be elevated on something, or coming back down to the floor. Find that plank to start, legs extend behind you. Here we go. Alternating knee comes into the center. Or maybe you want to go right into that double. You decide. Press back. How much are you looking for? And where can you maintain a nice strong low back? So if you're starting to dip that low back, come back into one at a time, or choose to elevate. Bringing your knee in and back, or both feet in and back. Let's go for 2 more. Either option. Last one. Good job. Bring your knees down and then make your way back up to standing. First round done. Shake that out. Now we're going to go back into those sliders on the feet. I'll show you the option with both sliders. Heels off the back as the brake, remember. So the moving leg, you're going to lift the heel. The stable leg, you're going to leave down on the ground. Take one leg and reach it back into a curtsy lunge, and then sweep your legs back around to standing. Switch sides. Back into a curtsy lunge. Sweep that foot around. Back to a curtsy lunge. Sweep around to the side and in. Curtsy lunge. Sweep around and in. Now we're going to stay on this side. So curtsy lunge. Bring your foot out to the side. Lunge back. Curtsy. So when you go back, you're heading into that 45 degrees, but you're still keeping your knee behind your toe in the front. Right? Step back. Press all the way up to standing. Leg to the side. Good job. Now we're going to switch sides. Plant that foot down. Take your leg back. Sweep around to the side. Down. Watch for that knee. In line with your shoelaces. In the front. Good job. One more time. Down. And all the way back up. Good job. Shake that out. Second set of plank for core, second exercise rather, and you choose again, elevated or down on the ground, come into that high plank. Now this time, the opposite knee is going to come across to connect to the opposite elbow. Knee comes across and extend back out. Good job. Almost there. 2 more times. Cross, extend, cross, and extend. Down, and then stand back up. Second set of those curtsy lunges. Sliders under your feet. And this time we're going to stay on our lead leg the whole time. So we're going to take that leg back and sweep out to the side. Same leg, so the weight stays in the same foot, and then you're going to sweep out to the side. Lunge back, chest stays high, sweep out to the side. Lunge back, stand up, sweep to the side. Keep going. We have 4 more on this side. Lunge back, press up, back, press up. 2 more. Standing tall as you begin and controlling that descent. Good job. Stand tall, drop that foot down, switch sides. Take the toe back, stand up, move to the side. Stand up, move to the side. Working through that whole range of motion. Pressing down into the heel that's connected to the floor will help start that movement back up. Good job. Give me 4 more. Take it down, bring it back up. 3, bring it back up. 2, lift back up, and 1. Bring it all the way back up. Good job. Choosing to be in an elevated plank, or again from the floor. Start in that strong high plank, and then start the opposite knee, coming across for the elbow. Really squeezing your hips toward your rib as you cross body. Strong back, strong abdominals. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And all the way back up, grabbing a quick drink, getting ready for our next alternating 2 exercises. We're going to move into something called a skater. So standing up, bring your toes onto the gliders. Start again with heels off, so you have something there to grip. And then come down, reaching your leg out to the side, reach your hands across. So one leg is long, and then you stand up tall. Bend your knee, extend the other leg long. So it kind of looks like you're skating. And you're going to alternate those side to side. The bent knee, that's the heel that drops down to anchor yourself on the floor. And you decide how far you extend out on each side. You just want to make sure that you're able to come back up every time. And your hips move back. Your chest stays lifted, just like those squats we started with in our warm-up. Stay with it. Stay with it. 2 more. 1 more. And now take one leg out and start a bit of a scrub. Imagine now that you're trying to clean that spot on the floor and you've got that leg pushing down into the slider, scrubbing back and forth. This leg is stable. Give it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Press into that foot. 3, 2. Good job. Stand up. Bend down. Extend the other leg out. Here we go. Start that scrub. Pressing into that foot. Staying stable on the other leg. scrubbing away whatever dirt might be left on the floor. Let's go 8, 7, 6, scrub, 5, keep going. Watch that knee, sometimes it has a tendency to collapse inward. 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, come all the way back up. Shake that out, good work. Coming down into a side plank, so you can use a mat if you'd like, or come down onto your side. Coming into a side plank, you can do this elevated as well. Option 1 is from the elbows and the knee. You're gonna take the top leg, press up onto the knee, keep the top leg long. That top leg is gonna collect a slider underneath it, and from the knee or from the foot, you decide, you're gonna take that slider in a nice side plank, you're gonna slide it to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. Your choice, whether you're going from the knee or from the toe, but you're aiming to keep that lower hip lifted. Stay with it. Almost there. We have 4 more on this side. 4 to the back. 3 to the back. 2, and last 1. Good job. Come down onto your hip. Sit all the way up. Stand back up. So you know what's coming. We did 1 set already. Heading into our second set of skaters. Semi-squat. Extending and reaching. Same arm that it reaches, that's the leg that's extending. If you want to make it a little harder, add a little more speed. Or stay nice and slow and controlled. That is totally up to you. Decide where you need to be. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, here you go. Hold out on this side for that scrub. Right into the scrub. Back and forth, stable on one leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, strong core. 3, 2, switch sides. Semi-squat, right into it. 8, 7, keep going. Scrub hard. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Almost there. Last set. Come down this time onto your back. I'm going to grab my mat here and give my back a little cushion. Come down onto your back. Sliders under your feet. So as you lay down on your back, send your hips high into the air, and then one leg at a time, you're going to reach it out nice and straight, bring it back in, straight, bring it back in. Keeping your hips lifted the entire time, but alternating which leg is extending. Send your hips sky high, extend, and up. Extend, bring it up. Keep going. Keeping the hips lifted the entire time. 7, 6, 5, almost there. Stay lifted. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now for this next one, just roll over onto your front. Decide if you want to be going from your knees, in which case you would just take your knees to the slider, or your toes, and bring your elbows down, start in a plank. Solid plank. Option 1 would be to just hold right here. Option 2, start to pull your whole body front to back, keeping that strong engaged core throughout. Slider can be under your knees or under your toes. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Turn back over. Last set for our hamstrings. Feet come onto the slider. Back down. Hips up nice and tall. Alternating. Now you are welcome also to add. You can take both legs. If your hamstrings are quite strong, you are welcome to try a double. Both legs come in and out at the same time. That increases the intensity quite a bit. So you choose what feels right to you. You can continue with that single leg extension, or you're welcome to go back and forth with both. Maybe some of each. Stay with it. Hips stay lifted the entire time. We've got our very last 4 coming up. Here we go. It's 4, 3, 2, and our very last one here. Nice work. Roll over for that last core exercise. Coming on to the slider from knees or from toes. Coming into the elbow plank. And then starting that back and forth. Again, elevated or right down on the floor. You decide. Strong abdominals. Almost there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Sit your hips right back towards your heels, either stacking your forearms or reaching your arms out. Take a breath here. And sitting up. A little stretch to finish here. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking your legs out in front of you, toes towards the ceiling. Fingertips lift real high with a long back. Hinge at your hips and lean forward. Grabbing either your shins or your ankles. Nice work if that was your first slider workout. Sliders are always a fun way to add some variety into your workout. Endless options of what you can do. All right, sitting all the way up. Good job. Now take a little bend in one knee. Take your other foot, cross it over your knee. And if you need to lower that leg a little bit because that's too high, go for it. You can adjust that bottom leg as much as you need. And then try and take your hands to the side so you can work on bringing your knee in line with your ankle. Good work. And then turn your long leg along the floor onto the side, dropping that foot down, hugging your knee, and getting a bit of a twist. Sitting up nice and tall, and then switching your legs. So now the top leg becomes the bottom leg. Cross your foot over top, bend your knee as much as you can, so that you can get that stretch right down the outsides of the leg. Sitting up nice and tall, elbows are soft, not locked. A couple nice deep breaths here. And then take that foot now towards the floor by taking your bottom foot down to the side. Hug that leg in and turn behind you. Sitting in a nice cross-legged position, taking your hands behind you, opening up through the chest, looking up, and then lowering your chin, bringing your head level, and then take your hands around, interlace your fingers and round out, make a nice big C shape through your back, and you're done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you again soon.